Okay, welcome back to Robocraft 2, and there's been an update. There's been an update which has brought us a number of new things, including a couple of new starter vehicles, which look ever so slightly different from the original. Yep, that's the original. This has been updated to include a better turret, probably better structure also, and a new vehicle has also been included on the other side, plasmas this time. This looks pretty cool, and besides this, we've also received another map to try out our vehicles upon, and let's do that straight away. So we're choosing our map from the map selection screen. We can either go for Test Center or Hela's Basin. I'm going for Hela's Basin, obviously, because that's the new map. And let's give us a test drive. Nice warm cup of tea. Okay, so it does seem that this map is somewhat more, how do I put this, heavy than the test map. There's also something else going on aside from it just being another map which is larger. It's probably larger. And from what I've seen, it seems that we're also going to get a preview of the first new mode, playable mode, that the game shall be including. So I'm just waiting for the game to load. It's been around, I don't know, a minute now. I suppose it's fair to note that I haven't exactly got the most advanced of PCs to work with, so that's probably hurting my load times. If we should find that this is a commonality, as in something that happens to most users, where it takes 1 to 2 minutes or more to load in, it might be a good idea to include, well, first of all, I mean, obviously this is a very early version of the game, but at some point when polish starts to be applied, this is prime real estate that can be used for something more engaging than, you know, a slate of hexagons. So we are loading, takes me back to... Oh, okay, right, we're in. And I see that we are packing heat. Alright. Okay, let's test movement out. Seems okay. Huh, that's interesting. Interesting. I'm very sure this is not intended, but when you move orthogonally, as in... No, it's not orthogonally. It's whenever you're moving forward in any capacity, you gain a greater field of vision, whereas if you're going sideways or are simply walking, you get a closer zoom, which, okay, fine. I do think that this is something that should be adjustable by players sooner or later, because I personally would like this to be the default when walking, not just running. And yes, I'd be happy to have an even greater zoom out while moving around while sprinting. So let's take a look at this vehicle up close. It does remind me a lot of the starter vehicle. It's very different in design though. Really love the details, nice piping. Huh. That's a handsome vehicle. Well done. Love the colors. pluses being atop each other is sick or awesome, whichever. Long plasmas. Okay, so pipework is lovely. It's an interesting detail at the back. Wait. Is that the pilot seat? Nah, this must be a passenger seat. This has to be a passenger seat. Okay, fine, that's fine. Let's try a different angle. Is this the only seat on this vehicle? Okay, it appears so. Well, it looks absolutely astounding, lovely. But I'm also astounded at the impracticality of an exposed pilot. That doesn't sound like a great, design decision. And it could easily be covered up. So, okay. We've just exited the... Well, just damaged the vehicle, because I'm a muppet. Okay, that's unacceptable. So, we've got our battle gates. The battle gates will serve to protect players within the spawn area. We've got our different plates. Oh, okay. Oh, I guess we get a sneak peek of the internals. So, some of these cannot be entered by other players. Okay, fine, this must be ours. So the one without the yellow border can be accessed by the player. Okay, a bit finicky. Reassemble. So I noticed we've got a timer going on. So I'm guessing that was like 15 minutes if I'm not mistaken. So matches will be having a timer of 15 minutes, unless that should change, of course. Let's get a nice look at the map. Love the trails. Rough terrain. And bad driving on my part. Slightly generous hitboxes on those things. Good to know. Steer clear of them. We've got towers. Hang on, red team. Can I do damage to our tower? Doesn't seem to be the case. Which makes sense, you wouldn't want people to troll. But I'm noticing that these towers are already red, and therefore there's others that are already blue. So... okay. Okay, got turrets in the area, which, if I'm not mistaken, can only be accessed by... stay. Fine. Can only be accessed by friendly players. Okay, that looks great visually, but I don't think it's causing any damage. Which makes sense because they've turned off self-harm on the cannons. Plasmas. Okay, when you hit the ground and other stuff, it doesn't have any effect. Okay, interesting. They feel nice and punchy, that's nice. However, these turrets are supposed to defend this tower, which... okay, kind of does. But I'm slightly concerned about the turret being all the way down on the ground with this very, very shallow platform, similar to the demon turret of test mode area. So anyway, back to exploring. The map has interesting looking terrain. It's not just relatively smooth, but also rough sections of terrain. Okay, it doesn't like that. Slopes are not something this vehicle likes. Fair enough. I really like the geometry, the very slight verticality it introduces. Some more mounds. What did I hit? Huh, that rock is... Well, I didn't see it there, so that's the thing, and I think I may want to get down from here somehow. Okay, looks like there's a slope over there. I think I'd rather take it the long way than the short way, because the short way is a little, how do I put this, not ideal. Enemy also has towers. And if I'm not mistaken... Yep, can't get into the enemy turrets. So, this is a blue tower, I'm red team, I should be able to damage this tower. I should.
We have taken the lead.
Okay, I guess it has a little bit of damage resistance. We've started causing damage to the towers and it's initiated its defenses. Or whatever those things are supposed to be. I mean, I suppose if one deliberately shoots at them and they don't seem to be taking any damage themselves, so there's that. Okay, that's... I mean... Yeah, that was on me. Just, you know, wait and hit. Of course you're causing less damage from a range like this. That's a thing.
We have destroyed their right tower.
We have? Okay. So one nice thing to note is that I don't think I took out all the crystals on that tower. So that's a thing. So, okay, the tower was taken out. I'm sure that will be a little more engaging when there are players actively trying to destroy you. Okay, this is the reactor. Currently protected by these heavy plates and this awesome looking shield. So I'm just gonna go out and say it. This looks awesome and should be a material, if it's not already so. Although I'm not so sure it should be impervious. It should be regenerative, restorative, depending on the number of shield generators, whatever. Okay, so it seems that it's still protected. Over here we have the enemy battle gate, which, as one would expect, is impervious, and if I'm not mistaken,
minutes remaining.
Okay, I'm stuck in there. Oh, I've got no engine, I see. So, the thing is that it causes some damage. Oh, that's funny. Okay, I guess my turret is not working properly. 5 minutes remaining, huh? Oh, that's funny. Shooting upwards causes downforce. That's nice to know. Alright, so anyway, we've got a defunct vehicle. Let's recall, and that was really fast, much faster than previously. That's nice. So we have the choice to either reassemble the same bot or go for a different one, and I think I'll go for a different one. Let's give one of mine a try. The ominous select. And that gets created. Great. Alright, let's go. So, 4 minutes remaining. This shouldn't be hard. Let me just take a ride on the wild side. Okay, that's a little bit of plating I didn't want to get rid of. Three and a half minutes remaining. The weight of this vehicle is really being felt, and that's cool. And again, I'm really loving the trails. Oh, this feels chunky and heavy. That's what I want to see. So I'm guessing that's the other tower. Feels like it's having a bit of difficulty accelerating. Two and a half minutes remaining. Thereabouts. So let's deal with this tower in the way that befits it. Okay, close range, pretty much nullifies those shields. And once I'm done with you, I'll take care of... Should I even need to be moving? No, don't need to be moving. Alright, that was a bit laggy, but again, that's probably my machine. That's good to hear. I can do some damage now. Let's just get this taken care of. So it's pretty straightforward, as you can wait. Oh, they have got defensive turrets. That's nice. Or is it? Ow. Okay, that's one defensive turret taken out. Taking damage. Ouch. 1.5 minutes. Okay, looks like I need to focus on something else. Well, that would be the case, except I'm kind of running out of guns. Okay, no choice. Have to run for it. Ow. Come on, move. Crawling away. Okay, recall. There's no point staying here. That's not gonna happen. That's really not gonna happen. Okay, so there's that. Okay, so I did not take the turrets into consideration. And of course, keeping in mind this is intended as a team mode rather than a solo mode. Okay, Mr. Aggressive, Mr. Passive Aggressive. I know I'm running out of time. So what you going to do? Nuke me or something? Isn't that how it goes with Robocraft? Oh boy. Wait. Wait. No. No!
10 seconds remaining.
No! Why? Not like this.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Don't nuke me, bro! Wait, what? What? It's so deathly quiet. Nothing happened. Okay, interesting. Recall. Back to the plates. So, okay, it seems that, since we're in test mode, there's no consequence to not doing things on time. That's fine by me. So in that case, with that being said, let's change bot. Yeah, let's bring some PathForcer in. That's good. That's good for me. Let's get serious. Yeah. Let's get serious. I've got some turrets to destroy. I'm leaving parts of my chin behind. It's fine. PathForcer can take it. So anyway, from what I'm seeing, it seems that there's 2 towers per team in this mode to come. 2 towers on each side, and the further 3rd tower, one counts the reactor. You attack a tower, it spawns shields of dubious protectiveness. I mean, I suppose if somebody stays, like, really far away... Oh, crap. Fine. Okay, running out of guns already. Huh. Okay, that's not good. Come on, keep running. Or crawling, I should say. You were the chosen one, you were not supposed to fail! No guns, no glory, recall. Same bot. Come on. Alright. Okay, I get it. I have to go diagonally. That didn't really work any better, but okay. The ramps... the spawn ramps are actually causing damage. That's hilarious. As is literally any movement on this map causing damage. There goes more of the build. Okay. And there goes more of the build. Okay, will there be any of me left when I get there? Okay, well, I've got some revenge to deal. Don't think I can ram you, but I'm gonna try anyway. I've got beef with you. Okay, that's really not effective. Okay, that wasn't great. Guess I was out of range. Was. Okay, I'm running out of wheels. And other stuff. What? Crying out loud. Yeah, I'm not in shape to fight, so I guess I'm being sent back. Deal with my wounds. Okay, this is not gonna work out. I need to get the heck out of here. Okay, relatively safe. Recall. Let's give it one more try. Okay, maybe going really slow. Yep, really slow works. Let's go nice and slow. An improvement. Let's just go. Floor it. Let's go. Now, I have to comment on the beauty of this map. Yeah, you know what? I think I'll do that. Let's just take an exploratory trip around the map. Certainly looks larger than most Robocraft 1 maps, which is something we should really expect at this point. Although it isn't Battle Arena type of map, I'll give it that much. Nice features and everything. Wait for me here, okay? Crawling along. Ah, this is a nice view. Now don't go anywhere, okay? Thank you. So, I wonder... Well, wonder no longer. I am able to. No. Am I? Am I? Oh, I don't even have to jump. Cool. Alright. So it seems I'm on top of the world. So if that's the case, let's go explore those pipes on top of the map. Cool. Oh, crap. Oh. Okay, well, it's certainly less annoyingly implemented than in Robocraft 1, but this is something I personally kind of disagree with. I mean, sure, it's okay for this phase of development, and it does serve the purpose of keeping players within bounds, but I don't know, when you look at this, it's a nice little space, and you realize that the devs used their in-game tools, their in-game building tools, which they first introduced with tech blocks, to create the entirety of this map. It just gives me a funny, ambitious thought. You are familiar with Minecraft, right? Well, the way that Minecraft works is that it loads up clusters, different sections of the map, to keep things manageable for the system and for players in general. Because, I mean, now that I'm loaded in, my experience is more or less okay. But it did take like 2 minutes or so to load in. That's something I did notice. But here's my thinking. In the long term, what we're looking at right now is clearly a kind of battle arena type of match, except it doesn't seem that you actually capture points anymore. It's not capturing points, it's about destroying the opponent's towers. You destroy the opponent's towers to expose their core, and once their core is exposed, you have to take care of the defenses around the perimeter of the tower, of the Kirchen reactor, in order to be able to take out the crystals on the reactor itself. Although I suppose it is also possible to ignore or otherwise try to bypass the defensive turrets and just focus on the reactor nonetheless, which is also a possibility. Well, and that wins the game, I imagine. It's really quiet. That's cool. It's really, really peaceful. Actually, it's kind of nice. I think that a toggle for music would be a nice thing eventually. But anyway, to get back on track, leaving this particular mode that is clearly in the process of being developed aside, and I'm sure we'll soon get a great indication of what it will feel like when populated with other players and with with teams basically, and the defenses and such, and even the towers, even though the towers are, in my opinion, really poorly defended, I do think that they'll have a better time overall when being defended by team players. Now, will people be focusing on defending their own towers? I have certain doubts regarding that, because I'm coming from a game, Robocraft 1, which during modes like Battle Arena, certain players can't even be bothered to sit on a point for a few seconds. However, sitting on a point and shooting at an enemy tower are two different things, so I can't expect even that level of player to attack the enemy tower. But defending our own tower? It'll be a little bit of an ask for them, I think. But I could be proven wrong in that regard. Now, one thing that I find rather exciting as a prospect would be a situation where this map we're looking at exists as just a tiny point upon the surface of the planet, in this case Mars. So if this is the Martian expanse, then this little thing here, this little outcrop, would be this map. And this, in combination with tools which will eventually be made available, I'm pretty certain about that, for players to create their own spaces in the map, will result in the potential of a unified world of Mars, for instance, and other planets, where individual players can choose to populate certain sections of the map. Now, it would be kind of ridiculous in my opinion for there to be just, neighboring slots of different players, and maybe even the same player. I do think that there should definitely be rules in regards to how close a plot can be, or some zones on the surface of Mars being more dense than others, where the distance between one cluster to another cluster would be shorter or longer, depending. And it would be interesting to see a development of Robocraft 2 in future, supporting a situation where a map like this, a cluster, a player space like this, could be traveled to, could be it would be interesting to have basically an element of the open world, but with player created content populating it. How that would work, I'm not entirely certain. I do think that at least at the beginning it will be desirable to have fade to black or fade to gray, quick travel options basically. How these maps and clusters would interact with core gameplay, like this is a map right now that FreeGem created, and Up here you can see evidence of the tool in action, which is kind of cool. And most players wouldn't see this. It's only thanks to slopes having a lot of friction that this is possible. That's great. Well, I think that would be a really interesting situation where players populate their own worlds, and keeping in mind that there's different planets, there's different environments, I do think that each of these environments should have a separate server, and I do think that there could be more than one Mars-like planet. Because this is Mars, but there's no reason why, in the event that this game pops off and, you know, tens, hundreds, thousands, millions of players take this up, and I personally think that a large number of players should give this a try even now, if for nothing else than to get familiar with the basics of the build system, which isn't basic. There's certainly things that could be improved, I'll say that much. Things like, for instance, it's great that they're able to scale parts, but it would be nice to be able to scale it whilst being centered also. So you're basically scaling from a central point rather than from a corner. That would be a very powerful tool, especially on the first click surface. Things like improvements to prefabs. Prefabrications, for those who don't know, allow a player to take a whole section, a whole chunk of a build that they've just created, and copy it or cut it and duplicate it around their build using the rotate function. It's not a substitute to mirror mode, but it's something. So this particular thing could also be improved upon to, for instance, allow for negative depth for selection depending on the needs of the builder, or being able to adjust the floor height, the extremities of the selection, because it currently also captures space, which is not a bad thing, but should be optional, or should be adjustable, I should say, and that would allow for easier use of the item. So yeah, there's honestly, I mean, let's face it, it's really early alpha, but a lot has happened, and I'm personally feeling rather positive. Is this? How steep is this? How steep is this? Oh, this is funny. I can just walk down. Hi there, I'm a mountain goat. Hi, I'm Cray the mountain goat. Hello. Oh yeah. This is actually hilarious. But these are really minor details. And honestly, I'd rather have little details like tiny seams being visible up close than... okay, that was risky. I had a feeling that was going to cause damage. Wasn't wrong. Oh, okay. So anyway, that's a thing. Dare I? No. It allows you, this game allows you to build some really interesting builds. And speaking of which, I think it's about time we take care of those defenses, which have been annoying me. I believe we should find them in this direction. Okay, there's the manned tower. So... okay, so there's a way to go around that way if I wanted to, but I really want to take out those towers, so let's just go for a head-on assault. But no ramming, because they're clearly immune to... okay, let's see how you like being shot at. Okay, that's the damage. Taking damage. Okay, my. This is not good. Run! Okay, this is embarrassing. So, I think I know what happened there. That's funny. It thinks I'm in there. Okay, fine, fine. PathForcer. Why? Okay, looks like I took out some of its sensors. Or did I? Oh no, I didn't. Oh no. Recall. So, anywho, that's a thing. Do I want to go with PathForcer though? Yes, let's go PathForcer. I like the PathForcer for obvious reasons. So yes, while I'm traversing back to wherever I'm heading, I do personally think that an open world element to Robocraft, where players are actually building that world, that would be nothing short of awesome. It would give the game a new level of depth, a new dimension of depth. And I see no reason not to. I mean, there's obviously technical constraints to consider, by far. And certainly during a match there should certainly be those boundaries which are currently in place. And we're back to the fight, so... This time is going to be different. I'm taking you out. Okay, that works for me. Cool. Can I shoot at you? Apparently. Well, that works for me. It seems to have a flaw. These towers are flawed. They are intended for shooting downwards, not upwards. So it does seem that flyers will have an advantage against them. Did I just lose an engine? Yeah, I lost an engine. It started moving faster though. That's funny. That's less funny. Come on. Don't do that to me. You're doing so well. Takes out the turrets. Well, more or less. These are pretty much neutralized. Since they're neutralized, let's see how effective this is. can say that's effective. Okay, that's acceptable. What's less acceptable is this level of damage. It took a chunk out of me. 3 engines remaining. Okay. Took out the entire wheel section and rear section, but that's okay, it's okay. Main thing is that it still moves. Let's take this out. Yeah, these definitely have some kind of force field. At least at first hit, so there's that. Oh, I see. There's an indication of the health of the tower at the very bottom. You notice the white line around the hexagon? That's the health bar. So... So how much do I need to remove? It's right there, so let's focus on the bottom. That's it. So yeah, the reactor is dealt with. Right, so I do really like the concept of this mode. 2 towers versus 2 towers. The first team to destroy the other person's reactor wins the match, basically. And that's really all there is to it. These towers do look awesome. Close. It's peaceful, and that's what's important. Peace has been brought back to Mars. At least until the next fight. I have plenty of thoughts about this game. I have hope. There's nothing wrong with hope. I can't help that I'm forgetting something, but in any case, let's not make this any longer than it needs to be. I do hope that you enjoyed the demonstration and the new content. Should you have any questions, feel free to ask down below in the comments. I'll be happy to meet you there. If you should have any comments regarding the game, the state of the game, the progress made, any concerns perhaps, by all means do share. I'll also meet you down in the comments below. And of course, thank you for watching.